You're listening to episode 11 of the Women's Fitness Podcast with Kelly Bakewell PT and Iszi Lawrence. The information in this podcast should not be taken instead of medical advice. We are not doctors, just passionate about fitness, progress and feeling good. You can find out more about us at womensfitnesspodcast.com, but for now, time for some real talk about the mess, stress and silliness that will get you achieving your goals. So, episode 11 of the Women's Fitness Podcast, hashtag OneFitPod. How's it going, Kelly?
I'm currently stuffing my face with chicken and rice.
You are, and I'm displeased about the lack of vegetables in that.
There is not one veg. Like, usually, I would have prepped better. Mm-hmm. But I was busy making protein porridge this morning because I got up a bit late, and I have, like, a packed day because I keep doing this to myself. And I like to give out advice, but I never take it myself. That's moving. And especially when you got like fibro, can't really try and pretend that you're like a normal person, let alone a very active normal person.
I mean, I don't think it's a fibromyalgia with you. I think that's just general.
Yeah. So I keep accidentally booking people like back to back for like 4 hours and then go, I haven't even gone to the toilet yet.
Oh dear.
So this morning, my meal prep that I got my veg out, literally just then turned into sticking some chicken with some coconut rice. It hasn't even got a dressing on it. Usually it would.
So what's coconut rice? How do you make that yourself, or is it a packet?
No, it's just in them packets. I've just gone straight over to them packets because the macros are really good because they don't really add much. So they've got like coconut ones, Mexican rice ones, that sort of thing. It's part cooked anyway, and we all know that rice takes like an unbelievably long time. And that was the other thing I was going to say on this today anyway, is one of the biggest things that people tend to tell me when I say about meal prep or about the food is they haven't got time. I haven't got time either. Like, my diary is packed. So every meal I make in about 15 minutes. And they're all really tasty, like we said before about them. And I've posted on the page yesterday about the pizza from Muscle Food.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, the pizza itself, like half of that pizza is like 126 calories just for the pizza base. That's it.
Amazing.
I know. And then it's got like 20-something grams of protein in, I think, for that half.
Nice.
And it's gluten-free.
Nice.
And then I just added like dairy-free cheeses, 2 different types of meat, some peppers, mushrooms, put like a low-salt tomato base on it, and it was amazing.
So why are you going gluten-free? Is that because
of the gallbladder? And my bloating is so bad right now, it makes me look pregnant.
It's a good look.
I know. But weirdly, not weirdly, but obviously, we try and pretend that we don't do it, but it does kind of make you think mental things. So I know that I'm bloated because of my gallbladder, but then I look at it and I'm like, oh, it's so fat. It's so fat. I'm going to eat less.
I feel fat sometimes, and I'm not. I know I'm not, and it's literally just because I like catch myself and I like just go jiggle, and you're just like, bits of me are meant to jiggle.
Yeah,
they're meant to.
And it's when you sit down, you've got those creases,
yeah.
skin creases. If it didn't crease, then it's just like one solid tight sheet. It's meant to move a bit. It's got a bit of wrinkly and give.
Yeah, but it's. I mean, and a roll is much nicer than wrinkles.
Yeah. And
which is what you'd get with skin folds otherwise.
Yeah, so. And your duvet cover, like that like gathers up and makes them rolls. Your duvet cover's not fat.
It's a lump.
It's fat, doesn't it? Just not work out. No, it just lays there doing nothing.
Exactly. Duvet
all day.
That
was a really good analogy. That one.
That was a good one.
Yeah, duvet covers.
I think women are like duvet covers. You got to get inside them and grab the corners.
Oh, that's how everyone puts them on, and then you have to crawl back out of it, try and take the end, do the flip.
You say crawl back out of it. You can just lie on your bed inside it, pretend to be a fried egg.
I've never tried that.
It's quite fun.
I mean, I'm quite short, so I may be lost in there for days.
Oh, that is
I'd probably have to get just a rope.
Because I on a double duvet, I basically corner to corner it. I'm starfishing.
You can probably stand up in it.
Yeah.
No.
I'm like lovely I am.
I'm down one end. Anyway, duvet covers.
Not women's fitness, just duvets.
Yeah.
But sleep is important for fitness. So how is because you're on a 4 week diet?
4-day, wow. 4-week diet. So week 1's down.
Yeah.
Actually went pretty well because, don't think that you're a failure if you struggle with a couple of days happens to everyone. Like, I've been counting my macros for a really long time. I can do it like intuitively now, and I still fall down sometimes because the first couple of days going from like 72 grams of fat to like 40.
That's a difference.
Yeah. So I went over by my fats like every day by like about 7 grams.
That's
About 7 to 10 grams or less. But then I still hit my calories and protein, which is the most important thing. But yeah, it was difficult for a bit with fats. And
what was the thing that you were eating that put you over and you just went sod it?
Chocolate.
Chocolate. Yeah. But it's necessary.
Olive oil.
Ah.
Yeah, because I've got a garlic one. It's amazing.
Oh. Yeah, you can make your own ones with that just by buying olive oil and putting garlic clove in it.
Yeah. Or it costs the same just to buy one already done.
Yeah, probably. But,
so, the thing with your diet, you're going to have times when it's going to be more difficult. Average it out over the week. Don't like give up if you've missed one day. Don't then give up the next day or think you have to wait and start again. Your weight averages out over the week, so just have a day where you eat a little bit less because you're going to naturally have that anyway. Because there'll be a day when you're just like, I don't fancy it.
That is how I keep track of myself, is that because you see, I'll do a thing where I'm like, I'm bulking. I'm still struggling with it. But I'm bulking, so what I will do is I will eat all the food, and I'll do that for 3 days. I'll eat 3,000 calories for 3 days. And I think, I've bulked, this is amazing. And then the next 3 days I'll have 2,000 calories.
Yeah.
So, and then it just averages out and it doesn't really do anything.
Exactly.
I just maintain.
Exactly. So that's what you've got to kind of think about as well. So if you had a bad day, write it off. Can't do anything about it. Don't think it's a failure. It's happened. Don't dwell on it. Just move on. That's it. And if you really, really have a problem with willpower, which I do, I'm not going to lie. Like, I'm not perfect, but I'm nearly perfect.
I mean, she's kind of perfect.
Yeah, no, right.
Yeah. It's just annoying. Apart from, she'll be perfect once they remove that gallbladder.
Oh, God, yeah.
Yeah.
But just take it out of the house. So this really made me laugh on one of the posts that we put on because
this is on the women fitness Fobcast Fit group. No,
Yeah.
Women's Fitness Podcast group on Facebook, which you can request to join, and we all chat and support each other, talk about different types of lifts and stuff as well.
So I just want to kind of say, like, well done to everyone for engaging as well, because the engagement on this has been really strong. Everyone's been chatting amongst themselves, and it's starting to feel like a real kind of community.
And I like that, guys. Don't make me be alone. And it was also really nice because Jess last night, oh hello Jess, we were just sort of we'd spent a long part of the day training with each other, and she's very equal and very strong, so wrestling with her is fun. And afterwards she's like, I feel like we've probably only met like 3 or 4 times, but I've been listening to the show. So like she's like, yeah, I know. When I was just going, I've got this problem. Yeah, I know.
I've had like
she's great.
Clients at work say as well, and it's really good because everyone has a good think about it. And it really made me laugh on one of the posts because someone that I know was saying that she's had some sweets brought round, she's not that dedicated, blah blah blah. And I said, well, it's just really being mindful. The first step is you acknowledge that, so you know that there's sweets or there's wine, and you're like, because you've stopped and you've been mindful of it. And then the next time you'll be even better at it. So she said that she got in a car and drove her sweets to the other side of the street and then walked back. So she just like drove them away.
Oh.
So then if she really wanted sweets, she would physically have to get up, and we all know how tough that is. Like,
exactly.
You can't be asked.
Exactly.
And that's how you know you don't really want sweets.
This is, and it's working out, because I'll get absorbed doing some work or something and just go, I'll just do that. And sometimes I'll delay, if I've got nothing to do in the evening, I will delay eating until like 11 p.m. and it would just be like, oops. Shit. So I'm doing the opposite of everybody, and I feel bad. But on the other hand, there is a real mental block for me about eating too much and eating bad foods and everything else as well, which makes bulking difficult because I won't let myself eat cake.
But there'll be other people in your situation where people want to put weight on. Like, you can't just think that slim people want to be like that.
I want to be able to, like, I'm still working out exactly what I want to do, because at the moment I'm not going to the gym because basically PT and senseis and everybody have just gone, Izzy, you're knackered all the time, stop working out. Yeah. But I've got pre-grading this weekend, and I've got the grading in a couple of weeks, assuming I make it through the pre-grading.
Which you will.
Well, I'll be fine. But the only trouble is I've got to leave an hour early, which will not be popular. So, because I've got work. So
yeah,
it's
that's going to help.
Exactly. So hopefully it will be. I'll do enough, and I'll impress people with my non-falling overness. But yeah, so I'm basically taking time off the gym, and I'm trying to work out what bits I miss most. And I've been to, because last week I managed to get in, last 2 weeks I managed to get in twice in the week, so I'm really getting worth it. And I was just doing Sean's interval training class, which I really like. So I really like that intensity. And I've kind of been in here just going, I'll just do some push-ups just to try it, because I just feel weak.
Yeah.
You know, it's a really weird thing. But I want to get, I think what I really want is like some sort of like body, just, you know, almost acrobatics, I think.
Yeah.
Psychologically.
I mean, when, like, it's the same for everyone. When you step back and you, like, one of the things that I start with my clients is I sit them down and I go, right, what do you want? Mm. Instead of saying, like, where do you see yourself? And blah, 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 blah. I'm like, what do you want? Like, what do you want your body to do?
Fly!
I mean, cool. What do you want your body to do? What do you enjoy doing? Because working out is rubbish if you don't like it. Like, find something you like doing, do that. So we've got a lovely listener lady who does swimming. She loves swimming. Doesn't feel like exercise.
Fish.
Yeah. Doesn't feel like exercise.
I love jiu-jitsu. It does not feel like exercise at all. I'm not even convinced it is exercise, other than occasionally I'm out of breath. So
if you like acrobatic side, then obviously you've done like pole before. You've got like calisthenics.
Yeah. It's just that
it might be time to try something new.
Yeah.
And
I'm thinking maybe. It's like I like, because what I find with the fighting side of stuff is I really don't like accidentally hurting people, which is a bit of an issue. But I really like the challenge of doing something that's scary, which is why I'm thinking trying to do stuff a bit, which will it help me and make me stronger, a bit like pole. I'm tempted to go back to doing pole. But
we have
it just
quite
hurts.
a few listeners that do pole.
It does hurt though.
Yeah, it does.
And also, you know, as a furry lady, it's like there's one amazing pole dancer, and she'd just walk in furry. She'd just be like furry, and nobody minded, nobody cared. But she would just go in full leg hair, everything else, and she looked beautiful and everything else. I'm just like, that's the sort of level of confidence I do not have.
Yeah, I don't care at all as well, because I think it's because, you know, with your comedy, you've done it. You're quite confident when you get up on the stage because you've done it so many times, and if you had like a spot on your face, it wouldn't make you less confident.
True.
Because you know what you're doing. Because I'm in the gym every day, pretty much. I'm either working or I'm training. That's like my place. If I go in there with underarm hair, okay, doesn't bother me whatsoever, because I'm not trying to impress anyone in there. I don't really even know that many people in there still. And it's just what I do, because it's every single day. If my underarms are shaved that day, good. If they're not, well, also good. I don't care if people even look at it.
I think there's a difference between underarm hair and like
bikini
leg hair. Yeah, and bikini hair as well.
No, I've got hairy legs as well at the minute, probably. I haven't checked them for a while.
Well, you see, I usually do the jitsu shave, which most women know about who do jiu-jitsu.
Just that bit of your ankle?
No, not even that bit of it. Please, geese. They ride up to about knee level. So you basically put your foot in the sink and then...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. It's mainly because you spend time on your back as well. So it's like, yeah. And they do ride up.
I mean, but imagine how like much you could put someone off. Like, a surprise tactic. If a guy went to grab you and your leg was hairy, you'd be like, oh, and then you're winning.
Exactly. Well, nationals, the trick is to sort of, I know blokes do this too, is they will, you shave your legs and you shave your face the day before the final.
Yeah.
But you don't shave it the day of the final, because then you've got a really nice ouchy rash.
Oh, God, I hate that.
To rub against people. It's not, you know, I've seen blokes do that tactically.
I mean, that's commitment.
Yeah. But, yeah, I don't know. I mean, the other thing with pole is, you know, you have to be really mindful to really stretch out your shoulders.
Yeah.
And you've also got to be really mindful about doing both sides.
Yeah. We have we've got some quite high level pole dancers that listen, like people that I went to pole with. So kind of got into the group through me inviting them. And everyone's at different levels of ability, which I love. And I also kind of miss the community of it because it was very much like burlesque. And it's very nice when you find these type of fitness places because you almost get like another little family because it tends to be non-judgmental women that do these kind of things. And
very accepting.
Very accepting. So you kind of, you're not being judged and you can just be yourself. So I think finding a sport or like some form of fitness that does do that is good. I think for me, the reason that I'm hesitant to go back to pole is because of the amount of lifting I do. Then I'm like physically tired and I wouldn't be able to pull myself up on the pole.
You would be able to.
Yeah, not after like an arm day. I did like 60 shoulder presses yesterday at 30 kilograms. My arm nearly dropped off.
Yeah.
So I don't think I'll be able to
hang
pull
on, so
myself.
30 kilogram shoulder presses at single arm?
No, that was...
Because I was going to say, because that's ridiculous.
No, that was with the barbell in the squat rack bit.
Yeah.
So it was like a hang clean every 15 and then straight up. But trying not to arch your back.
A mate of mine who does Olympic lifting, he said he did 72 pull-ups.
Ugh.
72, but they're like with different variations, so wide grip,
Yeah, they do like
grip
kipping ones as well.
And you're just like, oh, dude, no. And like with very minimal rest. And yeah, I had a Facebook message from him just going, ow.
So I kind of think like if we could maybe address some of the points that came up on like the diet thing.
Oh yeah, sorry, the diet thing, yeah.
So yeah, get yourself onto the
group.
Like my other half said to me, he was like, I told him about what I was doing. And he said, well, what do you get out of it? I went, helping people. I went, genuinely, I really care.
And it's also
I really want...
interesting.
Yeah, I might learn some things. Sometimes it forces me to have to look things up. And I didn't become a personal trainer just so I can just help out the few people that get to see me. Like, if I can give someone some advice that'll then change how they do things or it makes them feel better, then it just takes like a little bit of my time and I have my time to give. So it kind of makes me feel good that way. So it's kind of that place where if you ask a question, we will get it answered like as best as we can.
And if we miss you and we miss it out,
give us a prod.
Yeah, prod us because we're
yeah,
can be a bit
any
rubbish.
advice you want, or
and do understand that my advice is particularly not to be followed, and that Kelly, while she's an amazing PT, is not a doctor. So medical advice, do not listen to us. Speak to a doctor. Yeah,
I mean, I can give you like my spin on it, which will probably be a lot to do with like maybe muscle tightness. If something's happening, like when you do a lift, something you can feel something, then I can probably help you.
Before we start on the diet thing, I went to the physio because basically last week I had a really tight back, like it was like ow. Yeah. So I missed jitsu. It was that bad. Which, if anybody knows me, that's a big deal. And so I went to the physio, and it was the same physio place I go to, but it was a different guy doing it, and he literally said the words to me, you don't really have the body for what you want to be doing.
Wow.
Which is basically, it's true. You know, he's basically just telling me, you're not strong enough, you're not really flexible enough, so do these stretches and get stronger. So I'm thinking maybe I should do Pilates or something instead of...
Yeah. Well, I'm happy to like... We'll talk off thing.
Okay. We'll talk. You've got a plan, okay.
But actually, talking about doctors, I'm just going to share this, which really annoyed me, right? One of my clients, she got a pain in her chest, like right down the middle.
Oh dear.
All right?
Yeah.
Like kind of a sharpish pain. So immediately I thought, nothing else was hurting. I thought heartburn, because that can feel quite stabby. She rang her dad, and this cracked me up when she said it. She went, I rang my dad, he's a doctor. She went, well, he's a psychiatrist. I was like, okay, good. He told me to drink milk. I'm like, heartburn. She looked up Google. Obviously, Google told her she had like throat cancer, and she was dead already.
Yeah. Google's nice like that.
Don't like try and Google your own symptoms. Then she rang her doctor, who then said, well, I can't diagnose you over the phone. You have to come down. So she went down. Her doctor told her that it was probably because of the gym. She was working out too much. Then he weighed her and said that she needed to lose 8 kilograms. I was like, He wants you to lose weight, but you can't work out because working out's bad, but you need to lose weight.
But I tell you what, all that she has to do is stop eating, and then
Just
she
don't eat at
will
all.
exactly, and it'll cure the heartburn.
But then her muscles will start eating herself, and her joints will be buggered, and she'll be in the doctors all the time.
Yeah.
Like, I can't understand why these doctors are doing this. Like, telling her to lose 8 kilograms, she is nicely curvy. Like, she's got nothing on her stomach. She has got big legs and bum, but she wants big legs and bum. She looks amazing. For him to tell her she needs to lose weight based on weighing her is what I'm most offended about, because it's not based on body fat. He didn't do it based on, like, any, like, how much water weight she's carrying. He just did it purely on weight. And she's got curves in right places, and she's building them so it's not fat. And he just went on the number. And I was just like, if you didn't know better, if she hadn't spoke to me, she'd be going off going, bloody hell, I'm obese and the gym's crap. And I'm like, how dare you? And someone else who listens to this, she'd messaged me saying that she'd gone to her doctor, and her doctor had asked why she was lifting. Did she want to look like a man? Because she'll get loads of testosterone and get a beard. And being in your 30s wasn't a good time to start anywhere. I was like, I think you should change doctors. So she rang up and complained about him, and they said, we're really sorry, he's not like the usual.
And by the way, I've got very low testosterone as tested by a blood test, and I still have a beard. So
I've got quite high testosterone, and I have got like one hair that's like there, that's a bit black sometimes. But I get that with tweezers.
I've always had furry face.
Yeah.
And since I was a teenager.
Like, you're meant to have body hair. It keeps you warm in the winter.
It does.
I have to shave my arms, otherwise I look like a monkey.
Really?
Yeah,
I just go with monkey look. I like monkey fur.
Yeah, it doesn't work that well when you got tattoos though, because then like my ladies look like they've got beards all over them.
and you got a furry octopus, wouldn't do you?
No,
That's good.
And like literally, I was sat having dinner with my mum and dad not even that long ago, and I got my first one on my right arm 6 years ago to have this full sleeve, and my mum went, "It's got boobs." I went, "It's always had boobs, mum." She went, "Gary," which is my dad, "Gary, Kelly's tattoos got boobs on them. Did you know that?" He went, "Yeah." My mum was like, "Well, can you not cover them up?" I was like, no one goes around like a theatre, like a art gallery and starts like putting bras on all the women.
That'd be hilarious.
I know. It's been my mum going, "Cover them up." I was like, "Okay, mum."
Yes.
And so hairy boobs, basically.
Hairy boobs.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, it wouldn't look particularly dashing. I couldn't get tattoos because my mind would change. But yours are very cool. I like the wabbit one there. Yeah. That's a good one.
I mean, this is interactive, isn't it, for the people that can't see?
Exactly. Just imagine, she's basically got a rabbit, which is quite furry. So you could let that bit go furry.
Yeah, I could do.
You could make some bits of it textural.
I think what we're saying is, like, don't always believe what your doctor tells you. You can question your doctor.
Yeah.
And if you have a blood test, be a bit more informed. Because, like, when the last time I had mine, they phoned me up and said, you have to come back because there's an irregularity. And I went, tell me exactly what it is. I went, what is my ALT level? What is my AST level? If you are informed when you're asking for things, because I then knew pretty much what was probably causing it and what was happening. It's just, don't just accept them when they go, yeah, it's abnormal. Like, well, why?
Or it's normal.
Yeah. You want the values. Be informed.
I'm having a bit of an issue with my doctor because my last blood results were normal. So I had a hemoglobin level of 130, which is bang on. You know, if not slightly lower than it could be, but bang on. She's taken me off all the iron pills.
Right.
Now, because I'm not menstruating, she says that I'll be fine then. I'm like, I'm still sweating quite a lot.
Yeah.
Still doing all of this stuff. And she's like, I'm not comfortable giving you iron pills. And I'm like, okay, but that was after I'd been taking them and not menstruating for 6 months. It was normal. It wasn't like high.
Yeah, it just broke even.
And she's just like, no, I'll be fine. If you feel tired, come in. Well, I feel tired now. I mean,
what? Do you want me to feel more tired?
Exactly. So it's the trouble with, I think most GPs do not have, they are general practitioners.
They don't have an extensive knowledge of one area. They've got a broad
nutrition.
knowledge of some things.
Yeah.
Especially because they go with the Live Well plate, which is what they have, the guidelines they have to give out.
Yeah.
And the Living Well plate is like a council given, it's basically the council, the government goes, right, based on a little bit of research, this is what you have to do. And it's very different to say like Finland, who have theirs, and theirs is brilliant. Like it's oily fish. They've really looked into what is best for your bones, everything else. Over here they go, yeah, mostly make that carbs, don't eat any fat. What? Like the fat on it's really low. Like really low. And they have no idea what they're telling you to do.
And you need fat.
Yeah, when I went in last, she asked me about my diet. And then she went, yeah, don't eat any fat. I'm up like, any fat? Oh, okay, good.
It's so... Yeah. And there's also things like salt. Like, because salt is linked to high blood pressure. But it's quite badly researched that there's not much thing to back it up. And the thing is, like, in this whole thing of staying hydrated, part of being hydrated is also salt.
Yeah.
If you just drink water, you'll actually dehydrate yourself.
Yep.
You need, like, I know somebody who...
It's like alkaline salt.
Yeah. I literally know somebody who'll go out dancing, raving and stuff, and they will drink the water, but also have a little touch of, like, you know, tequila salt, just a little bit.
Yeah.
And that way they don't get thirsty.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Because you need to replace, if you're sweating, you need to replace those other salts.
Yeah,
too.
You do, which is why there are isotonic drinks. Like
Lucozade isn't it?
Yeah, there's
sugary,
different types of the drinks. So there's like isotonic. They all do different things, and they're touted as energy drinks for like, and you'll get them in just like average gyms. Unless you're an athlete, it is unlikely you are going to need an isotonic drink. Because you will not be losing salts that rapidly. If you're doing a marathon, maybe. If you're just in the gym, it's really unnecessary sugar. Because it's not going to hydrate you any better. It'll say like extra sports hydration. You are not going to get at a dangerously low level that you need like isotonic drink.
Yeah.
They just market it really well.
But hey, we're going to answer some people's questions.
We've like ranted on like for ages now.
I know, but... We'll do at least one. Do one.
Okay.
Go on.
My
Do
phone's
one.
like turn itself off.
Getting the phone up. You're wearing very floral clothes today as well. It's very nice. You're looking quite, approachable.
Thanks. I think it's because my hair's faded a bit, and when I'm not very well, I put like loads of makeup on, so I have like quite fancy eyes.
Oh, I bought makeup yesterday.
Did you? What did you get?
Oh, I just get. I think it was Maybelline. Just simply because, or it's either Maybelline or L'Oreal. Can't remember which one. I hate buying makeup so much. I just look at all the choice and just want to die. So I just go 3 for 2, brilliant. Get all the stuff. Get a couple of things free. Boom. There, got the stuff. That'll last me another 3 months, and I'll come back and go, ah.
I think the most thing that was asked was about that macro counter. Using MyFitnessPal. I'm going to put on, because I've written it all out, the exact formula that I use to calculate the amount of calories someone needs, then the amount of protein, carbs, fats. Flexible dieting, which is what I would prefer for you to do rather than if it fits your macros. Because flexible dieting, your protein is the one you have to desperately hit. Calories, protein, fats and carbs are interchangeable, because otherwise you'll end up freaking yourself out if you go over by one. As long as you're hitting the first two, doesn't really matter as much. But I will tell you exactly how to work them out for you. I've tested it. It is an actual scientific formula, and I've tested it on myself and like loads of clients, and it always comes in when I've then done the follow up with having them at maintenance. It's always right. It's bang on.
Cool.
So I'll put that up. The only thing you do have to do it religiously, at least for a few weeks, because you need to see what you've got coming in and out, and you need to see if that is your maintenance. Because if you are reverse dieting up from it to it, like I said before, if you need to Google about reverse dieting or listen to one of the other podcasts, getting yourself from the low calories you're at to the amount that it gives you, don't be scared that it's probably going to be a high amount, or what you consider a high amount. It's probably going to come out at 1,900 calories. About that, 1,800 calories. You might be on 1,200 calories. That's not what you should be on. 1,900 calories is not high. Reverse diet your way up there, you shouldn't put on any weight. But you just need to be really mindful of it. So you're doing it very slowly. Yeah, that's it. Just don't
Slowly
bang
and
them on.
slowly, because otherwise your body will go, oh my god, calories.
Yeah.
Oh, if your body, because there is a thing, and I know we talk about calories in, calories out, but there is definitely a thing. Whereas if you're doing calories in, calories out, and your body doesn't like things like intermittent fasting, and you're basically doing one massive meal a day, your body might be the type to go, we're not getting any food. Oh, there's a massive meal. And if you don't do that massive meal at the exact same time every day, it will go, I don't know if food's coming in, I will stir everything as fat rather than use it on like your hair and nails and making you feel energetic.
Yeah, I mean, intermittent fasting, I have a mouthful of chicken now.
She doesn't do well with intermittent fasting.
No.
She's a grazer.
I like the 3 big meals. I like snacks. I generally have 3 cooked meals a day as well. Mm-hmm. And I don't eat like sandwiches or anything like that. Mainly because I find cold bread weird.
Okay.
So there's that. The problem, intermittent fasting might work for you as a diet measure. You don't remember it's just a diet, because what it does, you tend not to eat all of your, like all them many calories in that one meal or in that window that you have. So you accidentally end up eating less calories, which, guess what, makes you lose weight.
Yeah. And you feel really full one time a day.
Yeah. And the same with like ketosis. You end up eating less carbs.
Like
again,
stupid amount of carbs.
It's a diet.
I would not recommend eating 15 grams of carbs unless you're very, very, very overweight.
So
very.
There are different ways to calorie count, but you just got to understand that every diet is calorie counting. Every single one is calorie counting. Just pick whichever one works for you. It's fine. If, like, someone said that they're not having things that begin with C.
Yeah. So no coffee or cucumbers. Those fattening things.
But
cake.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a fattening thing.
So
cow milk.
That is basically calories in, calories out. Yeah. However you want to do it.
If you're cutting something out, you're cutting calories.
But please don't just drink shakes. You know how I feel about that.
Yeah. You'll
use your body.
Yeah, you'll lose your jaw muscles.
Ability to chew.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's like drooling over everybody, which could be useful. However, So
we're going to go into week 2.
We're going to go into week 2.
Yeah,
we're going
strong.
I'm not. I'm going to continue fighting my inner demons, going, it's okay to be bigger. Just be strong. And don't work out as much. I don't like it.
I'm going to fight my inner demons, going, that is your gallbladder. You have not suddenly got fat or pregnant. Not that it would matter if I'd got fat, but just not specifically in one place.
Yeah.
So we all have these demons that we have to fight all the time. No one's stronger than anyone else.
In terms of mental.
Yeah. When you look at people on Instagram, they're going to put their best sides forward. Yeah. Like I do, so in my stories, I tend to say what I'm feeling. But a lot of my pictures, like I get people send me messages going, "Oh, you're so inspirational. You're such a fighter." This sort of thing. I was in tears on Sunday again because of how I felt. Just because you see people that are strong on the internet, don't think that they've got their shit together.
No, definitely do not have our shit together.
No.
But
everyone's exactly like you. Everyone has. You're not the only person going through things.
And it is not a race to get to. There's a lot of talk on the Girls in Jitsu group this week about mental illness and jitsu and that sort of thing. And you are not defined. Your self-worth should never be defined by how much you can lift, what you look like, how much you can do a hip throw. It should all be about doing what you want that makes you happy, and realising it shouldn't matter, like, it's not how well you can play the bloody piano. No,
I think it's genuinely, like, I do every day I try and do at least one thing that I would count that makes me just a better human being. Like, something that's like an act of giving, like the throw it out there sort of thing. What's that thing called?
I don't know. I mean, you could be talking about littering from your car.
No, I never do that. I never litter from anywhere.
Good.
I've stopped people littering. I've seen them and gone, you've dropped something. Just pick that right up, smack you in the face.
Anytime I ever do is if I'm eating an apple in my car and I'm on a country road, I will throw it out the window because it's for the rats.
Oh, that's allowed. Yeah,
that's
fine.
Okay.
Yeah. You can. That's technically feeding animals,
I suppose, but it is kind of chucking an apple core.
But yeah, I think your self-worth should just be determined by how good a human being you are. If you're good at doing human beinging, then you're doing great.
I think your self-worth should be calculated as you are worth it. chill out,
Yeah.
go spend time with somebody you like.
Yeah. Because otherwise, who's the one that's deciding that you're not being a very good human? Like, whose ideals are you living up to, and then what made them be able to set these ideals that you're trying to live up to? Like, who said that you're not allowed to have thoughts about killing someone every day? Mm-hmm. Like, don't actually kill people, but you might have thoughts about it.
I'm kind of worried now. But no, it's true. There's that is, you can get OCD for your brain, which is where you think horrible things.
Yeah, I sometimes do that.
Like, if anybody hands me their baby, it's a bad thing for the first bit. My first thought is, don't drop it on its face.
I'm like that, like, at tube stations. I'm like, don't push that person in front of a train.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not gonna, but my brain goes, yeah. And then sometimes when I'm walking downstairs, it goes, imagine if you fell downstairs and you hit your head at the bottom and exploded. I'm like, all right, brain, thanks.
I do a thing where I smash my front teeth on stuff by falling over. That's a big thing with me.
So we're all a little bit mental in your head, and don't think that you're having thoughts that other people aren't having just because they don't share them. Exactly.
But continue with your diet if you are striving for it. And seriously, if you're struggling, all I would recommend you do, just for a week, download something like MyFitnessPal and just do a food diary, and a proper one, and measure it. Don't lie. You don't even have to look at the numbers.
Because you don't have to share it with anyone. And the thing is, like you've seen on the page, everyone being mindful. Like Sonia saying that she almost had a glass of wine while she was doing pasta, as you do, and then she thought about it and she was like, you know what, not. And that's just being mindful. And at least what tracking your diary, your food makes you do is be mindful about your food. So you're actually having to think about it, and then you're like, well, no, I don't need it.
Yeah, but equally, when you go out for a meal at a restaurant, don't let that restrict you.
Yeah, just eat the things.
Eat things. Yeah. And know that, one day of quote-unquote failing to meet your goals does not put your entire diet in jeopardy, does not put your entire life in jeopardy. And just the next day, just go, okay, we'll carry on with the way we are.
Yeah, because imagine when you're like 90... and your body's run all wrinkly and stuff anyway, and then you're past caring, and then you think about the times that you could have gone out with your friends, you could have done that thing, but instead you really wanted abs. Like,
I don't think abs are going to be possible. I
know, but imagine how stupid you feel, like at 90 going, oh, well, I had abs for that summer, but I didn't eat any cake and I didn't go out with my friends.
But I got some serious credit on. Yeah, got some serious credit on Instagram.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's all ridiculous.
Have fun, have life experiences, but just be healthy. That I tend to want people to work out more for their mental health. And the way that I train people is through their form, how their joints are working, and I do all that first before we even hit weights.
And when you do hit weights, you can just see the numbers go up.
Yeah, exactly.
That's really cool. Anyway, all right then, peeps.
We've ranted enough.
We have ranted, and we will speak to you next week. Say high five on the internet.
Bye-bye. Boom.
Thanks for listening, but before you go, please spread the word about the podcast. Write us a review on iTunes, and we want your feedback. Go to womensfitnesspodcast.com or email womensfitnesspodcast@gmail.com. You can support us financially on Patreon, and also you can follow us. You can find Kelly Bakewell PT on Facebook and Instagram as @KellyBakewellPT, and you can find Iszi, that's me, on Instagram and Twitter as @Iszi_Lawrence. That is ISZI_LAWRENCE. Music by Boothby Graffo, available on bandcamp.com. We'll see you next week. High five on the internet.